As we've discussed in the past, one of the biggest identities of the Pentecostal movement has been the involvement of women. Women have not only played a role in spreading Pentecostalism, but also leading revivals and planting churches, like Maria Woodworth-Etter. Some women, like Amie Semple McPherson, have been the founder and leader of an entire denomination. I'm Jay Kennedy, and today we're going to look at one such a woman who not only founded churches, but established the denomination and was the first female bishop in the U.S. Today, we're going to look at the life and ministry of Mary Magdalena Lewis Tate. Mary Lena Street was born January 5th, 1871 in Van Lear, Tennessee. Her parents were Belfield and Nancy Street. She had 4 other sisters born to her parents and also had 5 half-brothers and sisters. She grew up in the post-slavery South. She had very little formal education, as did many of the blacks and poor whites of the South. At the age of 19, she married her first husband, David Lewis. They had 2 sons together, Walter Curtis and Felix Early Lewis. They would both be important later on in her ministry. She began preaching the gospel around that time, first starting around where they lived. It wasn't long before she was traveling and preaching across state lines. Sadly, likely due to her traveling and preaching, she did end up getting divorced from her first husband. She would marry and divorce 2 more times. Her ministry spread throughout multiple states, including Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, and Missouri. She would preach about doing right. She organized the people who joined her ministry into do-right bands, leading to the do-right movement. It's a small movement that she led. Those do-right bands eventually became churches. She preached all over, and she preached to both blacks and whites. In 1903, all of the do-right bands worked together to purchase land for a house of worship. She founded the Church of the Living God, Pillar and Ground for the Truth in Greenville, Alabama. The name of the church comes from 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. The people made her the bishop of the church, which made her the first female bishop of a nationally recognized denomination. Now, for many other Christian traditions and movements, women taking a leading role was strange. But in the Pentecostal movement, subsequent to the Holiness Movement, women had not only been taking part in the movement, but were leading the movement. The Holiness movements had such women as Phoebe Palmer and Amanda Smith involved. Maria Woodworth-Etter started her revivals as a holiness revivalist, then became a leader in Pentecostalism. Amie Semple McPherson founded the Foursquare Church, as we discussed a few videos ago. Florence Crawford founded the Apostolic Faith Church on the West Coast, Scandinavia, and Africa following a break with Charles Parham. Emma Cotton founded many churches in California that she turned over to Kojic. Sarah Jane Lancaster was a Methodist lay minister that founded the Assembly of God in Australia. There are many more, and Mary Lewis Tate was amongst their ranks. Not long after this, she had a serious bout with an illness. She experienced a miraculous healing and was filled with the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking in tongues. It appears that her journey to Pentecostalism was completely separate from any other move. In 1908, she held a General Assembly in Greenville, Alabama. During this 10-day assembly, she ordained lay ministers and incorporated the denomination. She and her sons worked together ministering and establishing the denomination. In 1914, she married Robert Tate, a deacon in the church. That is where she acquired the moniker Mother Tate, which stuck. She would later divorce him. Her ministry would expand to 20 states. After this massive expansion, she appointed bishops as state overseers. She organized all of the doctrines, rituals, practices, laws, and governmental structure into a central document, the decree book, which they then spread throughout the denomination. One of her main focuses was what she called cleanness. She advocated clean, holy living. The cleanness should influence your entire life, and the cleanness would make you give up drinking, gambling, and many other vices. It was her version of the holiness standard. She even said she divorced 3 men because of their uncleanness. In 1923, she moved the denomination's headquarters to Nashville, Tennessee. She founded a publishing company, the New and Living Way Publishing Company, where they printed hymns, tracts, and other religious literature. In 1929, she named Bishop Archibald Henry White as her successor. Sadly, on December 28, 1930, Mother Tate passed away in the Philadelphia General Hospital. She is believed to have passed from frostbite and gangrene and possible complications from diabetes. She is buried in the Greenwood Cemetery in Nashville, Tennessee. After her death, the church was reorganized into 3 branches: the Keith, Lewis, and Jewel dominions. Mother Tate was an influential figure. Born into a time right after slavery, she didn't allow her poor education or her color to be a crutch or to limit her, to hold her back. Her ministry and work not only influenced the founding of her own denomination, but it is believed to have influenced the founding of at least 7 different denominations. Her focus on holiness, cleanness, and seeking the gifts of the Holy Spirit make her an important addition to the Pentecostal movement. Many people owe a debt of gratitude to the work and ministry of Mother Mary Louise Tate. Thank you for watching this episode of Pentecostal History. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you liked about this video. Did you learn something? What would you like to see me do a video on in the future? And please join me again soon as we continue our journey through Pentecostal history and doctrine. Take care.